Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is a Sunday and we are going to be doing a weekly analysis to prepare for the week ahead. As you guys know, here on this channel, we are trading trend lines and support and resistance. Okay, so we are going to be drawing our trend lines using the ray tool. We're looking for two touch points. There we go. That's a two touch point, but it broke out of that. So it makes this trend line not valid. So we look for a second touch point. And this second touch point here give us a valid trend line. So we draw that trend line looking at the most recent price action. And remember guys, we are here. This is our monthly chart. So that's where we start. And we draw the second one. There we go. That is our second touch point there. It did reject off of this one. This was more of a fake out that happened here. So it went one touch point, two touch point, and then had a bit of a fake out and went back to the upside. I am going to change the colors because I prefer to know exactly which trend line is from which time frame. Now we're going to go to our weekly chart. We're looking at our most recent price action as well. Take our ray from this chart right there to the bottom. We're turning this one into a blue. We're going to draw our next trend line from this bottom here up until there. So that got broken out of. And on this chart right here, on the weekly chart, this candlestick here is not a swing low. Remember, you guys, when we touch points, when we draw a trend line on a touch point, we cannot draw a trend line on this touch point. It is not a swing low and it's not a swing high. It's a candlestick. It's just one candlestick going to the downside. It is not a touch point, a a swing low or a swing high. So for us, this right here on the weekly chart, we just have a breakout. We don't have a valid trend line here. We can draw another trend line from this touch point and try to find two more touch points. And as you can see, that also gives us a breakout. So we are going to delete this trend line. This trend line also, we can actually leave it or delete it. Because it has been broken out of, we are going to be deleting that trend line. At this point in time, we do not have a trend line for the downside because there is no swing low. We're going to move to our 1 day chart. Our 1 day chart. Our 1 day chart is going to the downside very intensively, meaning that it is just about to pull back because it has been going down for quite some time. For the trend line here, we can say we have one touch point and a second touch point on this one. It also got broken out of, so basically there is no trend line. Gonna make this daily trend line white. Or white. White. Yes, that's white. So you guys, we honestly do not have a trend line here. We're gonna move from our daily chart. We're gonna leave it there and just go to our 4 hour chart. When we go to our 4 hour chart, now it's a lot more clearer that honestly we do not have a swing low when it comes to this chart right here, because we are looking at the recent price action. We are going to open this up also to just analyze it properly on the 4 hour chart. And as you can see, you guys, it's honestly, okay, this is our 4 hour chart. And then we are going to be putting in our pink trend line on here. Has a 3 touch point right there, and we'll definitely delete this one because it has been broken out of. We're trying to create a trend line where it hasn't been broken into or out of. And then now we're gonna draw a 2 touch point here. We just created a 2 touch point here. Or we can take this further up and create a 2 touch point right there. Our 2 touch point has been broken out of in our 4 hour chart also. So we're going to go to our 1 hour chart. When it comes to the 1 hour chart, it's pretty clear that it has been broken down to the downside in the 4 hour trend line. And for the 1 hour trend line, honestly, there is not much that you can draw based on. All of the price action has been done. Yeah, you guys. So definitely, this is a downtrend. We've seen continuously how this has been broken down into how the weekly trend line was broken to the downside, the daily trend line was broken to the downside, the 4 hour trend line broken down to the downside, which is this pink one. So that gives us a lot of confirmation that definitely this is a downtrend. And if you can find it early, especially on this trend line right here, if you had found it with a reversal candlestick, when it comes to this one here, maybe the second green one or this red one, and put your stop loss maybe up there, and from here went down to the downside, a person could have made a lot of money through that. When it comes to these, you definitely do need to have a bit of attention towards them and pay attention to your charts from time to time. If you can, pay for an alerts. You need to pay for alerts that will help you at least to not constantly look at your charts, and just give you guys a peace of mind that once your phone vibrates, it's a trade opportunity. Okay, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on another one. Bye.